Foundation, Video 5, Design Part 2. Under the option Punching Check, the calculation with respect to punching shear is displayed. For flat slabs, punching is normally checked at two parameters, the column parameter at the column's edge and the critical parameter at the distance 2d from the column, where d is the effective height. For base plates, the code states that the capacity should be verified also at parameters inside the distance 2d from the column. Therefore, the program also checks parameters as 0.5d, d, and 1.5d from the column. For base plates, the ground pressure inside the critical parameter can be deducted from the punching force. We see here that the capacity is sufficient at the column parameter with respect to the max punching capacity as well as at all four critical parameters. But to achieve this, the reinforcement is increased with respect to load case 1. How this is done is shown under the option Punching Design. We see that the required reinforcement with respect to punching is diameter 20 mm and CC 64 mm in an area with a width 4.25 meter around the column. Inside the area 4.25 meter on either side is required 67 bars with diameter 20 mm. We also see that the decisive load case is load case 1 and the decisive parameter is number 2 at a distance d from the column. We move on to anchorage length, where available and required anchorage length are shown. In this case, the anchorage is satisfactory. Otherwise, the reinforcement has to be bent up in the plate or the plate size has to be increased. The design is then satisfactory, except for the crack width. As we saw earlier, the maximum crack width is 0.35 mm, but the permissible crack width for the current environment class is only 0.3 mm. We now want the program to adapt the crack width to this value. We therefore activate crack width design and specify the criterion 0.3 mm and make a new calculation. Under the option Crack Width Control, we now see that the crack width is 0.29 mm and that the reinforcement has been increased to cope with this. Under Crack Width Design can be seen that the required reinforcement is now diameter 12 mm CC 104 in one direction and diameter 12 mm CC 122 in the other. We see that the reinforcement is increased at the plate edges. In the X direction from 17 to 19 bars and in the Y direction from 7 to 8 bars.